Hi there, and welcome to another episode of The Performance Cafe. I hope that you are keeping well and that you are safe, warm, cool, dry, not burning. It seems like there's so many crises around the world right now. And I had something really funny happen to me, and in sharing it with a friend, she actually said, "Oh, the same happened to me," and it got me thinking. And that's what I want to talk about today, is that what does it mean to go back to normalcy? So much has been written over the past year and a half of COVID. We can't wait for things to go back to normal. What normal? And I'll tell you where I'm coming from. So this weekend I was watching a movie, and at a stage there was one of those beautiful scenes. I mean, I've been there, and it just always rocks my boat, where you're just looking at New York City, you're looking at Times Square, and there are just people. There's just like this hustle, there's this bustle, there's this energy. Anyone who's ever told you there, has ever been there, will tell you that it literally is invigorating. It's the weirdest thing. It's there's so much energy, and New York just never sleeps. You wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, and if you look outside, there's a bustle, there's something going on. And in between all of this, my first thought was, why do those people not have on face masks, and why aren't they social distancing? And I caught myself, and I thought, isn't that interesting? Now, we know from neuroscience that it only takes 21 days of a new practice to actually learn a new habit. So it only takes us 21 days. We've been at this for a year and a half, and we've been there globally. It's not some strange area of the Amazon that's going through it and we're all watching it happen. We are all living it every single day of our lives. And it was so interesting to me, and I thought, isn't that quite amazing that now masks and mask wearing is normal? And I then told this to a friend of mine. I said to her, look, I think I've lost the plot entirely. And she said to me, no, do you know that it's happened to me as well? She says that I'm watching a movie and it's like 10 years old, and all of a sudden I'm like, why are these people standing so close together? Why are they not wearing masks? And then I thought, well, that's quite interesting, because what does that mean for going back to normal? Because as we see vaccination campaigns ramping up and more people becoming vaccinated, the possibility of vaccination passports, we see more and more articles around, do you have an ethical obligation to get vaccinated? We see that some companies are saying, unless you're vaccinated, you can't do the following jobs, because this is the goal. This is the whole thing. We want to get back to normal. But what's normal going to be when we're done here? Questions like, are people not going to want to wear masks? Is there not just going to be a bit of neuroticism that means that many people will carry on wearing masks? Because already South Africa is over the third wave. We know that we're probably through the worst of it. And they're already saying 3 months from now, we're up for another wave. Vaccination or no vaccination. And we don't know what's going to happen with variants. So does that mean going without a mask is going to be normal? Is it going to be normal not to social distance? Are we going to get to the point where we walk into a shopping mall without sanitizing our hands? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I wonder what it means for business to say, we're going to go back to normal. And what's in it for us? So is going back to normal, I can switch off my mind and just go back to what things were? Is it I can ignore what we've learned over the past year and a half and go back to normal? Or is it a case of, okay, let's maybe make place for a newer normal? So we had normal, COVID broke that. Then we went into this new normal, but now with vaccinations, hopefully we're going to pick up a bit of herd immunity and it's not going to be that bad. But instead of flicking all the way back, or instead of staying in new normal, why don't we go for newer normal? And it's so interesting because tomorrow I am going to deliver a webinar on scenario planning. And I absolutely adore scenario planning from the perspective of it actually assumes chaos. It assumes uncertainty. It assumes volatility. And so what I really love about it is that it doesn't really allow us to go back to old normal, and it allows us to consider old normal and new normal as one of many options. But at the same time, we're looking at what else is there? What other options can we generate? And how can we bring that into the world as a newer normal? Because what's going to happen now is it doesn't help we say to our children, well, you're going back to school and you're only going to do X, Y, Z the way you used to. Well, our kids have learned a new normal. It doesn't help we tell our employees that because they're used to a new normal. And so every aspect of the way we shop, the way we go to the doctor, I mean, virtual consultations became the thing for us in South Africa. Why go back? We have learned, and there are many new options we can plan for. And so today I'm feeling a bit optimistic, and I'm thinking it's been really tough and we can't deny the tragedy, but let's see where we go. And I do hope that you've learned a couple of lessons that make your business and your life and your family relationships better and stronger. And that we will see you again at the next Performance Cafe. And as always, if you're following us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you're catching us on YouTube, just hit subscribe and the little notification bell so that you know when the next video is available. If you are following us from LinkedIn and Facebook, it's lovely to have you here. Please like, comment, share, and then head over to YouTube and go and subscribe. And then I'll see you on Friday for another coffee companion on Performance Cafe. Have a great one.